I would like to introduce Iosif Peterfi from Ethernity Cloud, and we're going to be talking about driving innovation by tapping into your developer instinct. So please give us a big round of applause.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining my keynote today. I see everybody had a very great lunch. Everybody. So, I'm coming a bit after the initial launch of Ethereum. Ethernity Cloud started in 2017 as a concept. And the concept is about privacy. On Ethereum network, privacy it's at the core of the decentralization. And in my view, privacy, it's something that has to be extended also to the ways that we use information today. The blockchain, it's one piece. It's the integrity. But it doesn't offer full privacy for anything that we have on our phones, on our mobile devices, on our computers, in our databases. Things move on the internet. So the talk today, it's about my experience, how I started, and how I ended up here today. I'm very happy to see you, everybody, and I want to share this with you and go over the next steps. Let's see how this works. Okay, there we go. I'm hitting the right. Okay, there we go. As I mentioned, in 2017, I got inspired by Ethereum project, the EVM. I read about it, and more than anything, I looked at how amazing blockchain can do more than just Bitcoin. It can actually do computer code. Each of these transactions are functions that can be programmed through smart contracts, and you can actually do a small piece of action in a program that is of highest integrity. So me, my background as a systems architect with the Department of Defense, I looked at, okay, how we can expand this also to all the data, all the cloud computing, how we can do everything that's happening in the world with computation, go by the same exact principles. These principles were missing because it was one small piece. My challenge was first explaining it to other people since it was at the beginning. So I said, okay, I explained to a few friends, a couple of them said, Iosif, I trust you. I don't understand anything you're saying, but you want to do decentralization. I will support you financially and so on. So I did that. We did a small MVP. And in the MVP, the challenges now was, okay, everybody's computing this. We did a smart contract, and I looked at everybody can compute now, okay, on the chain. But now it's too transparent. Everybody can see the information moving from one place to another. The blockchain ensures integrity, but is not private. And if we want this to be accepted in the world as a good use case, we need a bit of, we need it to be private. So I assembled a team initially, and we discussed, okay, how we can do this. We looked at the MVP, and then I looked at a technology that is called today confidential computing. At the time, they were just hardware features for chipsets, and today it's mainstream, it's going to go mainstream, and it's called confidential computing. So then we looked at, okay, how do we do this? Then I applied for a patent to describe the concept of having the blockchain for integrity and confidential computing for confidentiality, because the data availability, it's already spread around, and on the blockchain through decentralization, everybody has access to it. It's not locked to one space or another. And we had it as a concept, but of course, we didn't have enough funding. I mean, we had a bit, but it was just enough to build like a really small thing. So now, as you see, this roadmap here that you see, it's the coin market cap supply of the whole crypto space and how it fluctuated. I didn't put the numbers, but everybody knows this. 2017 was one of the bull runs. So as 2010-21's bull run was approaching, in 2020, the community I advertised this project to, I just spoke, I shared it on the internet, we progressed, we posted, okay, we did this, we went to a few conferences, we spoke to a few people, anyone, okay, we're doing this. And they said, okay, Iosif, what happened with that project? I remember you were working on something. And then I said, yes, well, it's still happening, we're just getting prepared to finance it. Okay, fine. And then we discussed, okay, how much money you need. You need kind of like to plan it, how many people, you know, so we started doing a bit of planning. And we got, let's say, into the process of private fundraising, which went over about a year. And everybody was keen on getting the tokens, but the tokens were private, so. When I seen this happening, I grew much more confident in the fact that the world wants this. Initially, I was I thought it was only my idea, although it was shared with many other people. When you have people say, okay, I want to put money on this, it's totally different. It's not just an idea and somebody thinks it's cool, it's actually somebody wants this to happen. So if somebody wants this to happen and I'm involved with this, then let's make it happen. I don't know. So for a year, we started raising funds from people I know personally or less, you know, from friends and family. And then eventually, we wanted to tell everybody else, okay, we're doing this. So, of course, we organized ourselves, and we went through the process of ICO end of 2017, when, again, a bull market was running. Now, this confirmed it wasn't just a few friends and family, but rather a general audience in a way that we were organized through groups. Okay, this is a cool idea, it's moving forward, everybody wants to be part of this, and everybody wants to take care of their information and process it privately without having to share it with a cloud service provider, for instance. So once we went through this process, we raised about 4.5 million. other projects were doing double, triple, whatever, 100 times more than we did. But for us, we're enough to develop the technology, so we didn't go to make more than was needed. So then we started developing. Development was quiet. Market went back to kind of not so hyped, so we could focus on development. It took a bit of time to organize our team, and then we started doing piece by piece, releasing parts, features, building together different concepts to deliver the product. It was very challenging. This part of the development, the community is there, hyping, but everybody's sentiment is low because of recent market downturn, which nobody controls. So it's challenging because sometimes you lose some of the members, but also win others. So the teams get very consolidated when these things happen for the long-term progress of the project. For me, it was fun. For me, it was fun because, and also for the team, because we got to meet. We had time to work together and meet together and plan things, which before we haven't had as much. It was just an idea. Now we had the financing. We just have to coordinate more in detail what the product is going to do with the amount we have raised, because obviously you can do so many features based on the skill set acquired. Between the product development and the mainnet launch, again, the market was very, very, very low. And for us, it was important to keep the community together. And during this time, we also started a couple of programs. One of the programs that was most successful was the hardware affiliate program. Together, under our ecosystem, we gathered initially about 3,000 operator nodes, and now we're up to 5,000. These together make more than 500 teraflops of processing power, confidential processing power, that anyone can use right now. This is a very good achievement of a network that is ready to deliver right away. The next step, natural, is to launch the network. We had it, we put it together, and the next step is to launch it. We ran an event last summer which spanned across 2 months of synchronizing piece by piece elements of the network. And we finished at the end of September or mid-September with the whole components. And it was still, the market was still not very happy, but we were happy. We were happy because we did it. Everybody in the team was excited because we finally was able to deliver all these things that we have developed for more than a year and a half. And now everybody's ready to go forward for the next steps. Next steps are onboarding on our community the same way we have done with the operators to onboard developers. Developers get the same incentive or similar incentive as the operators. What we build, it's a complete decentralized system. And the reason why I'm here today is because there's a commitment from my side to everybody here, but not only, to the fact that we want to make Ethernity Cloud as decentralized as possible. that nobody holds, let's say, any kind of amount of power, whether it's computing power or development power, over the ecosystem. And for this, we need developers that have use cases that really want to use and populate to their customers, make available use cases that care about the privacy of the data that's being processed. The ecosystem expansion from our discussion so far, and the team and everywhere we have discussed, apply mostly in the healthcare sector, but as well financial sector. These two sectors are the most, let's say, keen to protect privacy of the data. Besides privacy, obviously the system offers an audit trail over the data processes. So everybody knows what is happening with the information. It's written on chain, but the information itself is private, and yeah, this is how it works. The ecosystem expansion for us means getting together a lot of people that are passionate. The same passion I had when I had this idea, many projects had before. And the same passion is important to be driven, because now we're building up for something that nobody knows where it's going to go. But as I've seen it, the market has a cycle. And the current cycle tends to bring new investment from everybody looking at this. That's why we're here, and that's why for the first time we announced the fact that Ethernity Cloud will be deployed on Ethereum network as well for anyone that wants to operate confidentially our customer space, and anyone that wants to be part of the ecosystem and develop it as well as anyone wants to use the smart contract suite of functions that ensures privacy for the data where it's being processed. Next steps to me, and from my perspective, what I think for long term, for Ethernity Cloud is to go into the direction of AI. AI, it's the exact place where a lot of data is being processed right now, and it's not being protected. I think it's okay for use cases as, common public information, but any kind of specialized training material for the AI that needs to be kept with the owners of the training, of the data, of the information, there's no such system. So we're looking at ways of incentivizing, let's say, AI training mechanism or AI training projects, and bring them on board. So this is a general direction. Again, for me, it's very hard to build a roadmap before having a clear vision of what the community wants. And the effort here for me is to be and discuss these things with you as crypto enthusiasts, people that want to build stuff, and discuss it openly and build together connections. And because our team is very happy to support anyone that has an idea and wants to make it happen. I think now is the moment, before anything else, to look at your developer instinct, because the developer instinct will tell you what is missing from the space, what you want the space to have, how you want things to go forward for your customers, for anyone that you're working as a developer in a way. And that's something we will support. With the grants program we have open for everybody, and we're looking very excited to onboard anyone that has clear, concise projects in mind. Thank you very much. Let's freaking go.